Hello, trading is closed on July 30th, 2025. As always, we'll start with our disclaimer, go over our calls, and then make our predictions. My trading plan for Thursday, which is July 31st, 2025. Remember, it's a plan. I can change my plan. My plan can be wrong, and trade at your own risk. Look for the pattern with the early low, which is this tomorrow, also has the early low. This tends to be a pattern with an early low and a late high. It's normally a positive day. When it isn't a positive day, it should lead to lower prices coming, even if we don't close low. We also have a gap up, higher high, closed under all the highs, even under all the lows. So as far as the close is concerned, that's a negative close. The catch is tomorrow's open can substitute for today's close in the open based on futures. If it's held, it's going to be way up here. And if that substitutes for this close, that's your normal positive pattern. We had some targets. We said, even though we're negative, looking for a top here, I'd like to see some higher prices print first. We had a target 63.8532. That's right here. And that's resistance. And that held. This break was false. It's also essentially the same price as the FOMC announcement price. And that tends to separate bull moves from bear moves. We've already had a three-leg whipsaw. So if, and that's in capital letters and underlined, if we maintain this gap up in futures over this high, we've not only overcome resistance, we're also on the bullish side of the FOMC announcement price. And since the first move after the announcement was higher, usually the next move of consequence is going to be higher. It doesn't mean you won't go lower first. It just means if you look weeks from now or a month from now, we should be higher than this. We do get to cross some targets off the list. We had the 63.8532 target, and that was hit, and that was resistance. But we also have a target from last week, 63.3723, and that was great support. I mean, right there. How good can you get? When you have a direct hit like this in the MEJT system, you don't know when you hit it if support's going to hold, but if it holds, right on the nose, tends to lead to a big move in the other direction. So if we can just hold on to the gain in futures, that's if we can. We have the normal bullish pattern, we have support holding, and we have a breakthrough of resistance with the first move after the announcement being higher. That's all bullish stuff. We did get a sell signal from MEJT, which panned out, and we did say this move higher was false, and that also worked. So that's already played out. It didn't have to be a drop this big, it just argued against chasing this move up here. Well, this is just a reminder of what we said. Woodson's turn date was July 28th. It's based on futures. It's holding so far, but I'm just not that certain it's going to hold. All we have to do is keep this gain in futures. We could have quite a rally here. I've been looking for a high and just haven't seen it. This should be in black. All is forgiven. Well, if we look at this chart, we still have our channel. We still have resistance at the channel, and we still have this higher target around 64.78. But that's not the only place you can draw the line. Instead of connecting lows, you can connect this high with this low and all these highs, and if you do, you'll see support held. We broke through the trend line in a valid break, when this drop stopped right at support in a straight line, and when you drop to a major league trend line in a straight line, either you gap under the line or the line wins. So pending tomorrow's open, we have strong support here. Drop to it in a straight line. That's a recipe for that support holding. And the fact that we've already gone up here argues for us going still higher. All we have to do is hold on to it. Now, of course, it can all be reversed early on. Anything needs confirmation, but so far, this looks pretty good. I mean, here's your stilt. Here's your diamond. Here's another stilt forming. The Fibonacci target of the diamond is right here. That's a good place for the first challenge of the left stilt to hold. Let's support resistance. But if we clear that resistance, that number becomes support. And so far in futures, we've cleared it. Did I have anything on this chart? Yesterday I drew this trend line wrong, so we'll forget it. But the red trend line I didn't do wrong. It's a straight line break of a trend line sloping up. It tends to return here at some point. All these are arguing for higher prices tomorrow. Now, it might not seem like much of a prediction to say we're going to get higher prices tomorrow when we're already up. But what I am saying is if we can hold on to this, this support could well hold, in spite of what I've been saying. Thursday's pattern has a really low regardless of where we open. And Wednesday's close, the normally bullish pattern, did not close near the high, and we had a pattern where we gapped up, hit a higher high, and closed under all the highs and even under prior lows. Now, if this were to be maintained at tomorrow's open, it would be a negative pattern, even if we didn't close lower. However, prices have already recovered and are trading over today's high. And if maintained, this reestablishes the normal pattern with today's open, substituting tomorrow's open, substituting for today's close. All that negativity goes away. I mean, right now it's a challenge of support which held. The first move after FOMC announcement was up. Accordingly, the next move of consequence should be higher. It doesn't rule out a sizable decline first. It just means if you look weeks from now in the future, you should be up. The market also reversed right from a valid support level. Unless we gap under today's low, and that's not very likely as I'm recording this, we should see higher prices tomorrow. Futures are close to the all-time high seen in pre-market earlier this week. It's entirely possible we overtake that high in spite of Woodson's number, Woodson's state. It's entirely possible we overtake that high and hit my 64.7821 target, give or take a little, on this move up. A lot depends on what tomorrow brings. So far, this is support holding and resistance being broken through, but that doesn't tell us for certain how we open tomorrow. We'll have to see. For right now, it looks good for the bulls, and we might see my 64.78 after all. We saw this. It's the pattern with the early low, and that's today's call.